welcome into our numbers. Dad's going to give his numbers. I'm going to give my numbers. And Johnny's not here on the couch, so I'm going to give VOMP's numbers for this week. He's in Michigan with mom and her family. So they'll be coming back soon. So we'll have Johnny next week. But for right now, we'll get into our numbers for this week. I'll start out with VO Marketing Pro's numbers, see how you guys did. So I got to grab my phone because I forgot to write something down. But right away, off the bat, 55 warm responses this week for the group. And I was telling Dad that it seems like they're pretty steady. And we seem to...
We were in the 50s last week, and
I mean, anywhere from 40 to 50, 60. It seems like there's, some people might say, well, once you get through your list and stuff like that, it'll slow down. And that might be true, but they're still coming in at a regular rate, which is great. We had 19 auditions, and then we also had 9 jobs. Dad and I had a couple. So I had a recurring and a new client this week. Dad...
Mine are always new. They're always
new. How many did you have?
2.
2? Okay. So Dad had 2 new clients. I thought you were holding up 4 for yourself.
No.
And then we had Kimberly Young with 3.
Recurring client.
Yep. Greg Campbell.
Boom.
And Brian De Silva.
Nice.
And that is our 9. So thanks again for everybody who does a good job of reporting and being transparent with their stuff. We really appreciate it because it helps us help you out.
Yeah, it really encourages the VOMP team members, Hudson and I. It encourages the folks that watch this, you. It encourages people that aren't part of VOMP. Maybe they're evaluating. Do I want to be a part of VOMP? And when they hear numbers like auditions and warm replies and jobs, so because that's very helpful.
Direct email marketing is kind of a slow burn, and it can get lonely, as you'll hear about my week.
Can I just stop for just one quick second? Just stop. We try very hard to be transparent. I think somebody mentioned that they're very glad that we're just kind of regular people and we don't blow smoke. But we try to be very transparent, and I'm transparent to the cent with how much I make every week. Lately, it's been a little slow, but I don't do anything but voiceover. These are voiceover numbers. Hudson, he does his journey, and he's trying to make $750 a week. And right now, he's above that as we head into October. But here's my point. VO Marketing Pro basically is a couple of years old. And we're doing just what you're doing. If you're a solopreneur, a person that's a one-person business person, you're pushing that boulder up the hill, and you know how hard it is. Well, we're doing that too with VO Marketing Pro. We're a brand new business, and so it's tight. I'm just being honest with you. Money is tight. Things can be sometimes difficult, and you have to keep having that good mindset. But when you report, that's very helpful for us. It's helpful for people evaluating whether they're going to be a part of VO Marketing Pro. And so we're not begging. We're just saying, we're just trying to be transparent, that just like you, we're trying to push that proverbial boulder up the hill, and that's one way that you can help us. Yeah. How about that speech?
Because it's a tough grind. So I'll talk about my week and just let people know a little bit how it went, obviously, like I always do. So this week, I won't say any numbers right now, but this week was at the start, probably the slowest week I've had in a long time, where Upwork didn't seem to have a lot of good jobs to go after. I still did whatever I could. If there was something on there for $30, I thought, I've got to find a way, and I wasn't getting anything. So you're sitting there like, what's going on? No direct email clients coming in. Okay, what's going on? Not very many warm responses. No auditions. And Fiverr was I think I had $8 on Wednesday. I think I had $8 on Wednesday. And Dad and I were talking, and I just said, I refuse to get down. It's not much fun to have $8, but I'm just gonna, keep a stiff upper lip and keep pushing and do what I can. And at least I can say at the end of the week that I did everything I could to try and make $750. Well, here are my numbers. 1 warm response, 0 auditions. I booked 2 jobs from direct email marketing. One was last night at 5 p.m. It was an audition I did a couple weeks ago. And they said, hey, just to let you know, the client loved your audition read. And they're going to use that as the final thing. So all I had to do is just a couple tweaks. They wanted to change a couple words here. But that was $350, something I didn't remember at all. And it came in kind of at the final hour. I know we had some work today and stuff like that. But my weeks don't usually go too well at the end of the week. It starts to, you hit Thursday afternoon and you think, well, this is probably about it for me. But this week was different, and I needed every bit of it. And then this morning, which I knew it was probably coming in this week because they told me it was, got $125 from a recurring client. They've used me 4 times now in the last 3 weeks, and that's really helpful. It's nice. And then I think on Thursday I had a $50 job on Upwork and a $100 job on Upwork. That $8 was on Wednesday, and then nothing on Voice 123. I did, though, 9 hours of editing for Dad this week because Dad was busier. So we're looking forward to hearing his numbers. Anyway, all that to say, my Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and some of Thursday was really slow, and I thought, all right, that's kind of my week. But, the direct email marketing came through right at the end, and those emails are out there, and those auditions are out there. So, you just forget. Dad says that. You forget things. And it came in. I wasn't expecting it. And I was, I tried my best not to get too high, too, because, I knew where I was at. I was trying to stay level when I was not making anything. And to just all of a sudden I was happy, of course, but I wasn't just, lose my mind happy, where you forget that there are low times, or you have that mindset then where you forget. I was, struggling there. So that the next time you have a slow week, you can say,
yeah, exactly.
I've done this before.
That's so important. I have 2 things to say, if I can, and you can comment back on this.
Can I just? I was just going to say the end of my total this week.
Thank you,
was $798, and at least 425 of it was 5 p.m. Thursday night and today.
Never know.
Yeah,
never know when it's going to come in.
Yeah.
Well, that's so fun to hear. Maybe you've heard this before, but I'm in the process of writing a book, and it's the 7 building blocks to a successful voiceover career. And I won't go through all 7, but the first 2, Hudson is really talking about there, because first he's chosen. You might say, well, he's your son, but he's chosen to listen to me as far as this is how you need to run your business. This is what you need to focus on. And so he's chosen not in a mind-numbed robotic way, but just in I'll listen and I'll apply the principles that you have. But the other thing is the second building block. So the first building block is, who am I going to listen to? The second building block is mindsets. And you're talking about mindsets. Mindsets are so important. And you were fighting that mindset. You fought the mindset 2 ways there. You fought it first in scarcity, and then you fought not getting too high when you did get some jobs. And those are 2 mindsets that I appreciate you bringing out. So I don't know if you have a comment about that, but I have something else to ask you.
No, go ahead, ask away.
So out of that $798, what job or jobs would you think would be, quote, industry standard jobs? That is, a job or 2 or none that would fall in that, where somebody who has rules to say, this is how much you need to charge, GVAA, SAG-AFTRA, gravy for the brain. You can't charge less. You're going to hurt the industry, and you're going to end up hurting yourself. You can only make hamburger money or beer money or whatever you want to call it.
I would have only made $350 this week.
$350. That's
what
I thought.
That was $350 for a minute. I think it was a minute 75. Not 75. Yeah. Sorry, a minute 45.
Yeah, that might be acceptable. acceptable. I'm not really closely familiar with all of those.
$50 and $100. I did 3 30-second commercials or 2 30-second commercials and a 60-second commercial on Upwork for $100.
Right.
So that was way below.
No, that's right, exactly. And that Upwork, Fiverr, anything you did direct marketing that's below what somebody says is the standard rate, then you would have made half as much, less than half as much this week. Again,
I'm not going to go. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to run my business.
And people
that way.
can do that if they want.
I'm going to make money the way that I can.
Right, exactly.
If it's legal, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And you had the time. It's not like you.
Yeah.
And so where else can you make? Where else can you make $75 an hour as a 27-year-old guy? Where else can you make $100 an hour like you did working in the booth? Well, anyway, enough of that.
Let's hear about yours. We're excited.
Yeah. So I had a week where I finally, after, 4 or 5 weeks of not getting my goal of $6,000 for the week, I made it. But just let me preface it with this. Last few weeks I've been a little bit slow, between $4,000 and $5,000. What did I do? Mindset. Kept my head, didn't flail. I worked a simple business plan that I've developed. I just kept working it, and I tweaked some things. Of course I tweaked some things. Got to. I did more Upwork proposals. I did a few more voices.com auditions, and I won 2 jobs.
There you go.
This was over the last 3 weeks. I was a little less picky on Fiverr. There's some that I say, I can't work with you, or no, I'm not going to do this because you're not willing to do this. But I was a little less picky, and I was a little more aggressive with some of my clients that I haven't worked with for several months. I just went to them and I just said, hey, haven't worked together. I haven't done this for years, but I just thought, you know what? I'm a little bit slow. I'm going to go back. And I did pick up, I got information. I only got to 4 because then I started getting busy. But I got information from all 4, and 1, I had a job. Now,
Nice.
I would have had that job anyway because it was in the hopper. But nevertheless, I did get a $400 job
Nice.
because of that. So that's what I did when I was slow. I didn't give up. I didn't get discouraged. I didn't start flailing, and I did tweak some things, and that's just something for you to think about. So this week, as I said, I had 2 new clients. I had 1 Upwork job. It was $90. I had 22 Fiverr jobs. Some of them are just small little ones. And this was a week. This week for Fiverr was like it was a few years ago when I was making probably $8,000 to $12,000 a month. This week in Fiverr, $2,363.
Nice. That's good to hear.
My impressions were way up. I think recently they're 31K impressions. So I must be on the front page or something. And then direct email marketing, I also had 22 projects, $4,260. So my total was $6,627.
How many projects did you do this week?
I
altogether?
did 45.
45 projects.
No,
I did
no.
5.
Yeah, no.
1,
I mean,
2,
there's
3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but the thing is I have a couple of clients that send me volume work. It's $100 a piece. I pump it out. You do the editing. It's very short and sweet and hard to beat. And I made $700 just from them this week. So
that's big.
Over $6,600. So I'm very glad for that. We'll see what next week brings.
Yeah.
It's always fun and exciting.
Yeah.
This business of
and it
being
never
an
stops.
entrepreneur.
Next week,
Yep.
0. Next week, 0, which which is fun. I think.
You know, yeah, it is. You know, as you get older, though, you I've told my wife Becky this. You get to December 31st, especially if you really worked hard. And you get into the end of your career, like I am, and you go, last year, $331,000. Now, January 1st at midnight, boom, you start over.
0.
It's like,
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching our numbers. If you're a voiceover talent and you have questions about our numbers, stuff like that, topics you want us to talk about, you can put them in the comment section below, or you can email me at hudsonbarsness@yahoo.com, no spaces or uppercase letters. We do videos like this all the time. If you want to look back at, some of our videos, of our numbers videos that we've been doing for over a year, for a while. I mean, you started a long while ago, but in this setting, they're in their own playlist and stuff like that. So check those out. Give us feedback if you like these videos, if there's something you want to see. So yeah, there it is. Thank you for watching, and take care and good luck next week with your numbers.